さ。
Hello and welcome back to another video of my channel Imagination. Today we are gonna be reacting to this song that I've been waiting for like so excitedly. But today we also have a special guest, Mr. Funnytoss himself, the legend who has been providing us with all those translations. How are you doing? Thank you for coming.
I'm very excited. Yeah, this is whenever I watch reaction videos, I think to myself I'd be an absolutely terrible reactor, and now's my chance to prove myself right or wrong. So, yes. Well,
So
if you guys
what
see
do
this
you
on YouTube, that means that it worked, and if you don't see anything, that means we
destroyed the evidence.
so.
Hopefully not. So before we start the reaction, I wanted to ask, what are you hoping to get from this song? Like, what do you hope to hear?
Well, my favorite song ever actually is Megitsune. And I like that it has a very traditional, Japanese sound and tone. And based on the imagery and the way they describe METALI, this new song, it seems very festival, very Japanese oriented. So I'm really looking
Very
forward to see.
traditional.
Yes, I love the mix of, traditional Japanese and metal. Like another one of my favorite bands is actually the Wagaki band. And they do something very
Uh,
similar as well. So I'm really looking forward to see if METALI does something like that, because I love the other one and Metal Galaxy too, but the sound was much more modern, experimental, and I always wanted something another song like Megitsune. So hopefully that's what we get.
yeah, I think to be honest, it's gonna be a little hard to reach Megitsune levels
Sure.
because that's like the top class of baby metal, like of all times. But I've heard people saying that after listening to this song, Metali or Metari, they think this might be the very best baby metal song of all time. So,
Wow.
high expectations right there.
Yeah.
I'm very interested in hearing what it's gonna sound like, and I'm a little bit scared because baby metal has described this song as the first track representing the newborn baby metal.
Hmm.
And I'm a little scared because I don't know if they're gonna go full serious, and I'm really hoping they're gonna include maybe some cute kawaii elements in it. But we will never know until we hear it. So
Yep.
whenever you're ready.
All right, let's do this. Oh, there you go, shamisen right away.
Hold on.
I love the chanting. It seems like a perfect
This
concert
is like
song.
hip hop.
It's very well structured. You can kind of predict what to do next.
Kinda, right?
Oh, there they are. Sore, same as in Megitsune.
This is so weird. You already know this song. This is different.
That does not sound like Sue. It doesn't sound like Moa either.
No. Okay, now I like it.
Like I said, that the structure is very call and response, very audience participation. Like even the first time listening to it, you can guess what to do next.
Yeah, definitely Koba's idea. This is weird. I don't know how to feel about it.
It's a very different sound. Yeah, they don't use these instruments before.
This is Tom Morello, I assume.
I think so, yeah. This part's also very different too. They've never done like this kind of dragged out like that
Oh, it's
sounds
over.
like yeah.
Uh, what is this? My thoughts, my feelings. But I don't know how to describe it. It's so different.
Yeah, like it feels baby metal, but it feels very different from anything we've ever heard before. I think because of the instruments, but like I don't know how to describe it either. It feels like a very baby metal song in that it gives you a what the heck is this feeling that they are very good at doing.
Right.
But we've also never heard this kind of sound before from them. Primarily the instruments and the way they do the call and response is different from their older songs.
Also, it feels like it's Sue's voice, but she sounds very different for some reason. Maybe the singing style.
Hmm.
And I was also hoping to hear maybe a few lines separated of Moa and Momo just to, differentiate. Differentiate? Is that the word?
Hmm.
Their contrasting vocals and then hear them together. But as usual, they are singing together like they did when Yui was around. But I liked it. I think it's one of those songs, like for me with the end, that at first what am I witnessing right now? And then I'm gonna absolutely love it. What about you?
It is like my mind is still like blown right now.
Speechless.
I'm trying to figure out what to make of it because like I said, it feels so baby metal and yet so different. And I think part of it is the instruments, but part of it is the whole tempo. Like we're used to hearing, let's say, Sue's voice like powerfully pushing through, fast-paced heavy metal. Resistance, resist. But here, the beat is more like dum 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 dum, and then she's singing along to it as opposed to pushing through it. I don't really know how to describe it, but it's definitely
I
a
think I
different
get it.
feel.
I
Yeah.
also don't know how to explain it, but I think I feel your confusion.
It feels less. It
And
feels less like a metal, power metal anthem concert song, and it feels more like we're at a festival and she's on stage, telling us, what to do, as opposed to singing. It's more of a crowd interaction thing. Like let's get hyped together, more so than a traditional song. I've been actually lived in Japan for half a year, and I attended several festivals while I was there. So the reason why I felt like I was able to predict how to respond to the Wasshoi, because like that's a very traditional thing. If you go to a festival, for example, and someone does a chant, it might be the first time you've heard it too, but you have to know what's going on. So like there are things that they're using that intuitively made sense to me if you have some background in a Japanese festival. And of course I assume most Japanese crowds will. So even the first time this song is played, I'm guessing if it's in Japan, the crowd is going to know immediately, when to chant and go, oh, 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 and
so
then
they did that pretty well. Yeah, you're right.
it's very well structured.
Other
But
than
yeah,
that, did the song blow you away in in any way?
uh, it's not going to beat Megitsune for me anytime soon, just because I feel like Megitsune
Definitely.
is a very strong overall song, and whereas this song feels to be like it's trying to achieve a certain purpose or a certain mood, and it does that thing very well, but it might not be as strong, overall. like different songs had different purpose, like In the Name of or Baby Metal Death, they intend to serve different purposes in a concert, and I think this one does as well. So I guess after listening to it, I can't really compare it necessarily, but I think I like it even if it's not my favorite song. I really like it just because when we all heard the other one album, right, people were worried if A Metal is going to be all serious and no fun and going in a new, more mature
This is
direction.
completely
And
different.
this is
Like it
different.
was
This
a
is
lot
kind of
of
like the
fun.
end, right? When we heard the end, we're like, Baby Metal's all serious and forks and heavy cloaks, and then all of a sudden you're hearing na 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 na. So I think they're just proving once again that they're gonna do all kinds of interesting things, and so
Yeah,
that gives me
I'm
hope.
relieved.
Yeah,
I can't say I absolutely love this song, at least not right now. I
yeah.
have to listen to it a few more times. But it does give me a lot of hope and a lot of relief because once again, they hit us with the unexpected. And there was a little bit of cuteness there. And I'm really glad
Yes,
for
yes,
that.
very good point. Because I know a lot of people they miss the crowd interaction from the first album. Like there's almost like no back and forth in the newer albums. Like call and response. Yeah, like
Yeah, well,
say
in the
ho.
newest album, yeah. Other than Monochrome, maybe?
I mean, that's kind of like take your phones out. That's not, we say this, you say that, hey yo, or like yo 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 that people love,
True.
from the earlier albums. So that they're doing this again, like they did from the first album, but in a new, more mature way. I think it's good. Like I love mature stuff, but I like Baby Metal being able to do whatever they want and bring us new sounds. You know, like there's so many different genres of music and metal that I never would have listened to if Baby Metal had not introduced them to me. And they're doing this again,
Yeah,
with this song.
I
So
can say the same.
so even like for
Yes.
me, it's always, even if a song is not my favorite and it's at the top of my list, I really really appreciate them introducing something and doing it very well, even if it's not one of my favorite genres. So after we're done with this, I'm definitely going to re-listen to this over and over again using like my nicer headphones because I have to use this one for the Zoom call. But I'll probably have more detailed
And
thoughts
I'm
about it
gonna
later
use
on.
my kitty ones.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, I
Wow.
can't wait to listen to this song maybe a million more times and definitely fall in love with it. And I can't wait to hear it live as well. Like I know there are some fan cams from
Oh
the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
recent festival
I've been
that start
waiting to
the
listen
same.
to a fan cam. I heard there was like solos before it, which we did hear in this version. So
Ooh, the Cami solos?
I think so. That's what I heard. I haven't checked it out yet, but I think there were actually solos before the whole dun, 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 dun that we heard in the beginning of this song.
Okay, that's
So
gonna make it 1,000 times better.
yeah,
Definitely.
definitely. So
I can't wait. Well,
so
I
interesting.
think I have nothing else to say
Nothing
other
much
than
on
what
my
I
end
feel about
either.
it.
Yeah, but just thanks for inviting me on. This is a really random, last minute of the thing, but we had a lot of tech problems, so we finally got something set up, and hopefully the recording actually worked. Maybe it didn't work, and if it didn't, I still had a lot more fun listening to this together with you than by myself. So even if the recording doesn't work,
Thank
thanks anyway. I had a good time.
Thank you so much. Thank you for joining. And you are so much fun. I don't know if you realize it, but you're a very fun person.
Maybe only when we're talking
You
about
would
Bay
be a
Metal.
great reactor.
Awesome. Well, the problem is
Well,
I
thank you
always
so
listen to
much.
everything immediately, so there's nothing new to react to.
Good. New experience. Well, thank you so much for watching to the people on YouTube. And please give Funnytoss a follow. Check out his blog. I will leave a link to his coffee profile as well. And hope you join us next time for a future video. And maybe you as well, Mr. Funnytoss, for a future video.
If the circumstances make
See
sense,
you!
let's do this. See you.